Boom! Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. We got PPI data today. So inflation data is out in the open now. There's no more question marks. And in case anybody didn't know, in case you've literally been locked away in your basement for the last year, inflation is high. In case anybody didn't know that. I know you guys really needed to come on this live stream for me to tell you that, as if you didn't know that already. But yes, PPI numbers were actually very high. But one piece of good news is that when you factored out food and energy, you actually came in under the expectation month over month for your PPI reading. So there's a little bit of good news there, but that's not why the markets bounced today. The Fed did something very specific, very methodical, very planned out, and it's something that they have been doing for the last year. And it's about time that everybody starts paying attention when the Fed does this, because it's like clockwork every single time. It's like clockwork. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is today that the Fed did that caused the markets to go up. A lot of people might not realize why the markets went up today. A lot of people are looking and they're saying to themselves, well, wait a second. Like, we were down so big to start with. The Dow Jones was down like 600 points in the morning. Inflation out of control. CPI's all-time high, or well, the highest number we've had in 40 years. PPI is red hot. Like how did the markets bounce today off of after being down 600 to start the day? And has everything to do with what the Fed did today. I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. But why should you listen to anything that I talk about on these live streams, folks? My name is Michael Edward, and I have been trading and investing for over 15 years. And I began my career working at a hedge fund in New York City. It was my very first job right out of college. Then 2008, that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But 2008 was also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward 15 years later, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that's available today. And since 2016, my team of 8 other professional traders and myself have helped thousands of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, achieve their financial goals. Make no mistake about it, folks. You're here on this live stream with me this evening for one very simple reason, and that is to get the information and the knowledge that can help you make money in the markets immediately. So take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's turn on those notifications. Don't ever miss these lives. I do these lives 6 nights a week. All right, guys, tonight's live stream is going down as follows. I'm going to start the live stream off with an open floor blanket Q&A session. We're going to give some time for people to log on, because I really want to make sure that everybody understands today why the markets bounced. Because it is not because and that's why the title of the live stream is, oh, did the Fed just pause the stock market crash? And they literally paused the stock market crash today. They paused it. Did they stop it? Did they prevent it? Is it over? Is it finished? Is the R word, the recession word, is it just gone? No, they just literally hit pause. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that they did today that caused that. Okay. Little green day for me today. Nothing big, nothing to write home about. But hey, listen, green is green. We had a really nice trade set up there in the morning for us that we were able to make some money on in the SPY. And then when the Fed did what they did today, I had to get out of that trade. Okay, so I was positioned in SPY put options in the morning. We caught a beautiful move off the open to the downside. We were ripping profits off the table. Then the Fed did what they did, and then the market started to, everything changed. As soon as the Fed did what they did, everything changed. The sentiment for the entire day changed. That's when the Dow went from down 600 and we rallied all the way back to take back the entire day. NASDAQ went green, S&P went green. So I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, what happened today. So it's important everybody understands that, because that's going to affect what the markets do now going forward as more earnings come out. You're going to get a lot of bank earnings tomorrow. You're going to get earnings from Wells Fargo, from Citigroup. You're getting PNC Bank. You get earnings today from JP Morgan. Like, we have a lot to talk about, because JP Morgan's earnings are actually very, very, very interesting. It tells you a lot about the consumer and tells you a lot from what Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, he said a lot of stuff today. So we have a lot to break down and a lot to unpack and try to figure out then, okay, how do we now make money from all of this information? That's what we're going to cover on this live stream. But first, I'm going to do a 15-minute Q&A, give some time for people to log on. You guys can ask me questions, whatever's on your mind. Just don't ask me, what did the Fed do today? Because I'm going to talk about that later in the live stream. That's going to be the main topic that we're going to discuss. What did the Fed do today that paused the stock market crash? what did JP Morgan's earnings, what does it mean for us and the possibility of a recession? And what earnings tomorrow do we need to pay attention to? And how could that affect what the markets do tomorrow? And how are we going to make money from it? Obviously, that's what we care about. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. And that's why I'm here as well. So guys, let's go ahead and begin typing our questions in chat. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. No such thing as a stupid question. Asking questions is how you learn. Okay. I used to ask my boss at the hedge fund. I used to ask him a million questions a day. I'm surprised that I wasn't like moved all the way into a corner to just trade all by myself. I actually was able to sit, right in front of him, like back to our computer monitors were back to back. So I was able to actually communicate all day long. I asked a million questions. So, but that's how you learn, right? That's why you guys are here. That's why you're not watching Netflix or out, swimming in the pool or playing cornhole or whatever you guys do on your summer evenings. Instead, you're here. So I commend you for that. You're taking the first step to take control and to reach those financial goals. Guys, go ahead, begin typing your questions in chat right now, and let's begin the Q&A. What did you think about Canoe and where do you see it going in 1 to 3 months? That is a really great question. I am so impressed with this company's news these last couple of days. Sorry, let me pull my charts back up for you guys. Sorry about that. I'm so impressed with the news that this company has had the last couple of days. You want to talk about blockbuster news? This company 2 days ago announced a deal from Walmart where Walmart was going to purchase all of their electric delivery vehicles from Canoe, which completely blew my mind. Why Walmart chose Canoe, I have no idea. Okay, but that's amazing news for a company this small. Then they follow it up today, and you can see nobody gave a damn about that news 2 days ago. This stock sold off. This thing gapped up and then sold off we went from $5 all the way down to $3.25. All right. And we went to $5 because, guys, that's a major level of resistance. Okay. Major level of resistance. You guys can see here as I pull it up on my charts, you guys can see, look at all this previous support that you had there at $5. Then you finally broke 5. The stock cratered. Now you rallied back up to it. And then here you have this massive double top. Okay. This massive double top that you guys see there at $5. Today, the company follows up that Walmart news with a contract from the U.S. Army. What's going on with this company? These are really good, strong, fundamental catalysts from this company. Really, really good. The problem is there's so many bag holders on this thing because people own this stock from $19, from $13, from $16. I mean, this stock has gotten pulverized with a lot of the other tiny EV stocks, right? So then now you have this big gap up today. Really, what do I think about Canoe and what do I think about where the stock is going in the next 1 to 3 months? I mean, it's a really tough call to try to say where this company is going to be in the next 1 to 3 months. I would say, because I think everything bases on this $5 level. I think that if the stock cannot get back over $5, forget about it. It's going back to $3. It's going back to $3 because even with that news, the company still doesn't make money. The company is still very small, very young, and companies in a rising rate environment that do not make money, okay, that are considered, hey, we're trying to make money 5 years from now. Those companies will struggle in a rising rate environment. And as you all already know, we are in a very rapidly rising rate environment. So all of these companies that do not yet make money and do not have positive cash flow and strong balance sheets and strong cash positions, they're not doing well. Those are the companies and those are the stocks, rather, that are getting beaten down the most. So it's fantastic news for this company. It really, really is. I'm not trying to downplay the news, but it's just the overall market environment that has me concerned for the stock. Guys, do you realize how much volume this stock traded? Look at the volume bars that this stock traded the 2 days that it came out with news. That's the heaviest volume bars that this stock has ever traded in its history of being a public company. By far, your heaviest volume day prior to this week was 72 million shares. This stock traded 175 million shares on Tuesday and traded 190 million shares today, and still could not get through the $5 resistance level. That just tells me that you have an insane amount of resistance at $5. It feels like every single bag holder, every single person that owns this stock here is trying to get out of it and cut their losses at $5. That is what it feels like. There's an absolute brick wall at 5. If this stock can get above $5, okay, you have another major level of resistance that sits up here just above 6. So I don't really know how much upside this stock really has in the short term. You say 1 to 3 months. I don't really know how much upside this thing has, because look at all this resistance now. And then you also have the 200-day moving average. Okay, there's major resistance up here. Do I think this stock 3 months from now is going to be back to $12? Absolutely not. I don't. But I am. That doesn't mean I'm not impressed with the news that this company has been able to come out with. If you asked me my thoughts on this company 4 days ago, I would have told you I have zero interest in this company whatsoever. But now, over the last 3 days, a deal with Walmart for their delivery vehicles, a deal with the contract with the U.S. Army, this company is worth keeping an eye on, and to see, what are they able to do with those catalysts. I just don't think this is something that's going to get back to, $13 or $12 anytime soon. Christina Farakis says, why did semiconductors drift upward today knowing there's a shortage? Okay, so the reason why the semiconductors drifted upwards today was because Congress actually came out and said that or Chuck Schumer said that they were looking to vote on the semiconductor deal that they've been trying to get done now for a little while. And they said that they're going to be voting on that by next week before Congress breaks for their August vacation. This is a major piece of legislation for the semiconductor space, but also for the United States. The United States actually does not make really any of the semiconductors here on our own homeland. Okay, a lot of the semiconductors that we get actually come from Taiwan, and it's just a major national security issue because China is pushing forward further and further and further with their semiconductor production, and they do it all inland, they do it all in country, and they have complete control over the supply and manufacturing of those semiconductor chips. Semiconductors are needed for everything. They're needed in computers, they're needed in cars, our military needs them, okay? The technology sector needs them, the automobile sector needs them. Our entire economy needs these semiconductor chips. These semiconductor chips are the brains that operate basically the advancements in technology that we see, as time goes on, which is why I'm so bullish on, AMD and NVIDIA and Qualcomm. I mean, there's just a couple of the semiconductor stocks that I own and I personally like, and I think are going to be very, very, very good long-term investments. They already have been extremely good long-term investments for me. I've owned them for a few years, and I will continue to own them for many, many more. The reason why they all went higher today was because Chuck Schumer said that it looks like we're getting a deal done and we're going to vote on it next week. All right. Now, that's why semiconductors started to move higher. All right. On top of that, you also had what the Fed did today that caused the entire market to move higher. And that gave another boost to the semiconductor stocks. Okay. So I will cover with you guys again. I know you all are probably curious why did the markets move higher today? It's one very specific reason. I'm going to talk about it later on in this live stream, but it's a combination, Christina, to answer your question, what the Fed did and the deal, Congress saying that they're going to vote on the semiconductor deal next week. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal for the semiconductor space. Why is everyone talking about the strength of the dollar and how does it affect stocks? Everyone's talking about the strength of the dollar because the dollar is absolutely exploding. You got to parity on the euro, which has not happened in decades, where the US dollar is worth the same as a euro. That has not been the case for decades. The reason why this is a problem, this is bad for stocks. This is not good for stocks. And a lot of people you may not realize that, but a strong US dollar, you may think that that's a good thing. It's actually not. The reason why it's not a good thing for stocks is because 30% of the S&P 500, the companies in the S&P 500, 30% of their revenue comes from overseas. Okay, 30% of the S&P 500's revenue comes from international, other countries. The stronger the US dollar is, the weaker other currencies are in comparison to the dollar. That hurts earnings for companies here in the United States. That's why it's bad for stocks. So a strong dollar is actually bad for companies that do business overseas, which 30% of the revenue in the S&P 500 is from overseas. So that's why so many people are talking about the strength of the US dollar. And you have issues with like some of these other countries, like what's going on in Sri Lanka right now. Like Sri Lanka, they don't have, they're running out of US dollar reserves. And the problem there is that the commodities market trades in what? US dollars. So the stronger the US dollar gets, the more problematic it is for other countries to purchase commodities like oil and food and a bunch of other different commodities because it's done in US dollars. So their own currency is weaker compared now to the US dollar, which then means it's costing them more money to buy those commodities. So it becomes more expensive for those countries to import different commodities, and it hurts companies in the US because the ones that generate revenue overseas. I hope that helps answer your question. Can you share your opinion on Tesla? Of course I can. I would be happy to. Okay, Tesla right now has been just consolidating inside of what appears to be just a very large bear flag. Okay, there's your big move to the downside, and then there is your flag and your consolidation. People have asked me about my thoughts on Tesla here for a little while, and I think that with Tesla, I think that we are going to get ourselves back down close to that $600 level. I also think that Tesla is going to have bad earnings when they report. There's been a lot of things said over the last month or two from Elon Musk, also from the CFO. I think the CFO used the term when he was talking about their factories overseas, like I forgot the words that he used. So, whatever, something about a crap show. I'm not gonna curse, but something like, if somebody said, "Oh man, it's a shit show," right? Or dumpster fire. That's what it was. Dumpster fire, I believe, was the term. I believe the CFO said that the factories overseas have been a dumpster fire. Oh, Benz, yes, there you go, dumpster fire. Benz, thank you. It just came to my head, but I just saw your comment, so yes. But yeah, dumpster fire. So, I feel like you may get, disappointing earnings out of Tesla, and that's going to be a surprise because Tesla usually, hits their mark. They usually do better than people expect. It's not very often that Tesla misses. So I do think that you're going to go back down and you're going to test that 600 area, 600, 620. I think you're going to get down there and you're going to test that on Tesla. So I'm looking for maybe a move lower after they report earnings. And then I think you have a lot of support down there around 600. And I think that area is viable. All right. Next question, folks. What do you think of Twitter stock? Is it a buy? Do you think Elon can get out of it? Okay, that's a great question. Do I think Twitter stock is a buy? I do not. The only way I think it's a buy is if it turns out that Elon Musk is forced to buy the company at $54 a share. Do I think Elon can get out of it? Of course he can. It's going to be up to the attorneys on both sides. This is going to be a battle in court. Elon Musk will have the best attorneys that the whole world has to offer. Twitter's attorneys will also be very strong as well, but it's going to be a court battle. Can Twitter win? Yes. Can Elon win? Yes. They both could win this. I don't see this as a slam dunk either way. I think it's a total crapshoot. I want nothing to do. I want nothing to do with this whole situation. It's just the stock. I don't feel comfortable at any point. Okay. I don't feel comfortable at any point sinking my teeth into a position on the stock because I have no freaking clue what is going to happen with this entire situation. I have no idea if Musk is going to walk away. If Musk walks away, this stock is toast. Do I think Twitter deserves to be at $36? No, I don't. I think that, the stock drifts into the 20s if this deal does not go through. But you're going to get these news headlines like back and forth when there's updates about this legal situation. I can't trade that, and I'm not willing to place a bet that he's forced to buy it. And I'm not willing to place a bet that he walks away. It's just not something that I personally want to be involved in. It is a total coin flip, if you ask me. And I don't like coin flips. My job as a trader is to identify high probability setups. This is not a high probability setup. This is a, who do you think's going to win? I don't know. If you want a coin flip, then go to Vegas, put your money on red or black. Not a trade for me. So it's something that I am going to be staying away from. Broken Motivator. Good evening, Mike. Can you explain the thesis behind you put short on SIGA? I'm following your trade, by the way. Nice. Okay, so my thoughts on this SIGA trade. I actually shorted SIGA today. I was not happy with the way that it finished the day. But I'll walk you guys through my thoughts here on this SIGA trade. Let me refresh my screen. Okay, so I'll walk you through my thoughts here on this SIGA trade. So I actually shorted SIGA today because I have seen these, these like disease stocks and these disease plays come to life many, many times throughout my career. COVID was the only one that actually had staying power. But if you guys recall, if you've been trading long enough, when you had the Zika outbreak, when you had, H1N1, MERS, right? Like you had all these different little diseases that were like minor. Oh, when you had like the Ebola outbreak, you have these little tiny biotech companies that all of a sudden just start flowing news. Like these companies were completely dormant. Okay. Completely dormant for, these companies could be dormant for years. No news, very low volume, right? No interest. And all of a sudden this disease comes around. All of a sudden the company starts flying out with press releases. So when yesterday, SIGA had this false breakout through this resistance level, you have this double top here, and then you have this resistance here. And yesterday we tried to break above it and then just took that entire day back today. And once I saw we had the big gap down today after a failed breakout, with very low volume yesterday, this stock was trying to break out of this resistance. And that volume was actually still pretty light. So when we then gapped it back down, I said, you know what? I feel like this is, this thing might read that as a failed break and then eventually work its way to the downside, do something like this. I think this is something that, I think you might see something like this here on SIGA, like something like that. This is what I think you're going to get on SIGA. But you guys have to realize and you have to understand, and I made this very, very, very clear to members in chat when I did take this trade short. You absolutely must, if you're going to short this stock, you absolutely must keep your ears open for news headlines. Okay. Over the last 2 weeks, there has been a really large influx of monkeypox news headlines. Forget about the cases. We have like 1,000 cases. It's nothing. But the amount of news headlines is what matters. And the news headlines were increasing over the last 2 weeks, but I just feel like that's not going to last. And if those news headlines begin to fade and this thing cannot break over 15, eventually it's going to roll back over, and I think it goes back down to 1050. I think the stock goes back down to this level. All right, and I'm short for it. But I will cover this position. All right, I'm not just going to be foolish. I'm not just going to hold on to it. If this stock does this, I'm out. I'm covering that position. I'm not just going to sit in it forever. So I am keeping a tight stop on it. I did take some profit off the table already. So if I take you guys to the intraday chart, I'll actually just show you exactly where I shorted it today. You had a really nice bear flag set up here today, and I'll just draw it out for you guys. Okay, you got this really nice bear flag set up here. All right, and I stepped in and I shorted the stock right there. Okay, so right there is where I shorted SIGA, and then we broke out of the flag and we extended to the downside. So I just took some profits off the table. Already, I took a profit on a piece of my position. Okay, so I'm not in full size anymore, but I am still in the bulk of my position. So I am still, really, I'm still in the trade, but we start to bounce back a little bit into the close. All right, now, does that make me panic? No. I mean, I'll be holding this. This thing can go to here tomorrow. I'm still going to be in the trade. But if we start climbing back up to where we're at like 1425, I got to keep an eye on that. And I got to start thinking about, just be playing it safe and not go after the play and cover the position. So I want to see us stay below 1450. I want to see this uptrend line that you see here break. And because if you break this uptrend line, I think that's when you get your flush. Okay. So that's kind of my thoughts there on SIGA. So this is a trade I'm currently in. All right. So, I shorted it at $13.50, $13.50, $13.51, something like that. Or $13.49. I forgot what my fill was. It was like $13.50, give or take a penny. It was literally either $13.49 or $13.51. I don't remember what the fill was. But that's where I'm short from. And when we dropped down to 13, I took 25% of my position off the table. I'm still in 75%. Over 14, I'll start to think about covering the rest of the position. Hamed says, if someone understands options and can make profits in simulated tradings, how should you start real options trading? Which stocks, for example? Hamed, that's a really good question. I'm really glad to see that you started off with simulated trading first. That's the right move. It's the right move, to start off trading on a simulator, especially when it comes to trading options. Options can be very risky. Options are a lot more volatile than individual stocks. And a lot of people get into options without knowing how to trade them. And they don't actually realize the volatility and the risk that they are actually taking. They think that they're risking a much smaller number than they actually are. And they end up getting their heads cut off and they end up blowing up their accounts. So I'm really glad to see that you are using the simulator. We have a simulator with your membership, the True Trading Group. It's free. It's part of the platform. And I recommend everyone that first starts trading, trade on the simulator before you risk your hard-earned money. So now that you're already having success on the simulator, I would advise that you trade low volatility options. Stay away from Tesla, stay away from Moderna, stay away from Snowflake, stay away from the real high flyers, the very expensive options that are going to move very, very, very rapidly. Focus on the cheaper options that are not really that volatile, maybe options in like an AMC, options in the banks, like a Bank of America, a Citigroup, options in Ford, General Motors, options in the airlines, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, like, maybe even Apple, Boeing, stocks that are not that volatile, I think is where you should focus your attention when you're first starting out trading options. Stay away from the real high flyers. Zach Barden, hey, Mike, can we talk about GME? It seems like it did what you said it would on another stream. Yes, but you didn't go after it short today. Why? Okay, so it did do what I said that it was on a previous live stream. It just went further than I expected. So we got all the way up to 152 today. And I got to be completely honest with you. I did not expect the stock to go all the way to 152. I didn't. I expected us to top out here 145, 147. I did not expect us to get to 152. So when we went all the way up to 152, I was like, man, we're clean above that 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average was 143. We were $9 above the 200-day moving average. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I guess we broke it. Like, I guess we're through the 200-day moving average. So I stopped paying attention to the potential short. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I still don't know what happened here. I really still don't know what happened here. We had this massive sell-off in the middle of the day, right there after 1 o'clock. And I feel like I just missed. I was like, wow, okay. So now we're back beneath the 200-day moving average. And now I like the short again. I like the short again. Like now that you have this tail that got put in here on the daily chart, okay, that's a nasty looking setup there on the daily. I would say that GameStop probably goes back to the mid 120s, but once you get down to like 125-ish, 127, I think it's going to get very, very choppy, and the stock is just going to kind of bounce around and play pinball. So I do still like the short down to like the 127. But that's really all I would take it to. And then I think the stock just gets very choppy. And especially if you're in put options, I think that time decay and the IV crush will suck that premium right out of your contract. So I wouldn't hang around on that trade for an extended period of time. Steve, great advice, Michael. What do you tell the first-time trader to keep from losing? To keep from losing, listen, first of all, losing is part of trading. A lot of people don't like to admit that because it doesn't, sound good when people are trying to pretend like they're the greatest traders of all time. Well, I'm a damn good one. And I'll tell you guys that losing is part of trading. You're going to have losing trades. You're going to have red days. It's part of the game. Being a trader is not just, being good enough to make winning trades. It's also being good enough to control your losing trades. Just because you make a losing trade does not mean that it was necessarily a bad trade. And that's really a mindset that all new traders should learn very quickly. Just because you lose money doesn't mean it was a bad trade. If it was a high probability setup, not every setup's going to work. There is no setup that works 100% of the time. So if you find a high probability setup and it doesn't work out, that's okay. Not every setup's going to work out. When you play pocket aces playing poker, you don't win every time. You'll win. You play that hand 100 times, you probably win 75. That still means you're going to lose 25 times. That doesn't mean that you're going to stop playing pocket aces. It's the best hand you can have. So losing is part of the game. You got to learn how to lose correctly. And that's controlling your risk and making sure that when you lose, you're losing less money when you're wrong than you make when you're right. Right? That's what proper losing is all about. So that mindset, I think, is very helpful. And I would tell people, to help prevent them from losing, really what I would say is trade on the simulator when you first start until you actually are consistently profitable on the simulator. Why would you trade with real money if you are not yet proving to yourself that you can be consistently profitable with fake money? Stay on the simulator until you are profitable. If you're losing money on the simulator, switching to real money is not going to change that. It's just going to cause you to lose your money. Why would you do that? Make money on the simulator first, then begin trading with real money. That's advice tip number 1. And then advice tip number 2 is make sure that you understand proper position size. You'll learn that as a member of True Trading Group. I teach everybody proper position size and risk management. A lot of people think that you put the same dollar amount into every trade. You don't. The question that I love the most when I get from people, Mike, what's your average position size? I have no idea. I don't have an average position size because my position size varies literally on every single trade. If all you do every single time you make a trade, you put $1,000 into it, you are trading wrong. I could put $20,000 into a SPY option. I can put $100,000 into a small cap. I can put $800,000 into Tesla. And on each of those three trades, 20 grand, 100 grand, and 800 grand, I could still risk the exact same amount of money. Meaning if I'm wrong and I get stopped out, I'll lose the same exact amount of money. That's because every single trade and every single security, whether it's a stock, a large cap, a mid cap, a small cap, or if it's an option, or if it's a futures contract, or if it's a crypto, every single security is going to carry with it a completely different level of volatility and therefore a completely different level of risk. Your job is to make sure that your risk remains constant. In order for your risk to remain constant, your position size has to change. They can't both remain constant. If your position size is constant, your risk will consistently change. If your position size varies, then your risk can stay consistent and can stay constant. Okay, so the equation that you guys can use, and this is just a helpful thing, you guys can write this down if you're brand new, you got to figure out what's the dollar amount that you're comfortable risking per trade. Let's say you're okay risking $100 per trade. So if you're wrong, you're going to lose $100 and you're okay with that. That's your risk tolerance. The equation is going to be your risk tolerance divided by the distance from your entry to your stop loss. So let's say you buy a stock at $10. If your stop loss is $9.40, if your risk is $100, you do 100 divided by 10 minus 940, right? Your entry minus your stop loss. So that's 60 cents. So it'll be 100 divided by 60 cents. That answer will be how many shares you need to buy at $10. So if you get stopped out at 940, you will lose $100. Those are the two biggest pieces of advice that I can give to a new trader or a first-time trader to prevent them from losing. Taylor Walton, what's up? I appreciate these streams and trying to make enough to trade with y'all. I'm just having a tough time managing my time. Back in the office now and afraid my trading days are numbered now. Any advice? Taylor, your trading days are not numbered, brother. Or Taylor could actually be a woman's name as well. So I actually don't know. But it's not about your trading days being numbered. It's about a strategy that's going to work for you. That's what it's about. There are so many different trading styles and strategies that are out there that this is where a lot of traders go wrong. A lot of new traders, they try to fit a square peg into a round hole for a year or 2 years or 3 years, and they wonder why they're not having success. The problem is they go on YouTube, they see someone that's flaunting their P&L. Oh, look, I made 20 grand today. I'm amazing. Or, hey, look at my my trip in my private jet, or which is rented, whatever. And they say, wow, I'm just going to do what this person does because this person makes money. So I'm going to do what they do. The problem with that is that person, yes, they may be a very good trader, but the trading style they're implementing may not work for you because maybe they're able to be in front of their computer screen for the entire day, but you're not. So when you join True Trading Group, there's 8 other professional traders aside from myself. Each one of us have a different style of trading. That's done very specifically by design to make sure that you have exposure to a variety of styles so we can figure out which strategy is going to be best for you. I call it your trader identity. It's something that I help members of True Trading Group figure out. Your trader identity, the strategy that's going to work for you, is based on 2 main factors: your personality traits and your work schedule, meaning how much time are you able to be in front of a computer? Can you sit in front of a computer all day long, or can you not be in front of a computer at all and all you have is your phone? These things are going to determine which strategy you are going to implement, and we do all of those strategies inside True Trading Group. the majority of our members work full-time jobs, and they're still able to be successful because they identify the strategy that's best for them, and they use our mobile app. Our mobile app is available for iPhone and Android. It's free for members, but it's members only. Obviously, if you're not a member, you can't download it. But it actually will let you, while you're at work, see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis, and get real-time push notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. All right. So that's how so many people are able to, do this while they work a full-time job. And finding your trader identity is actually something that I'm going to help people with. At the end of this month, I'm actually hosting a live, it's called my Head Start workshop, where new members, new traders, I'm going to host a live workshop session where we're going to talk about trader identity and figuring out which style is best for you and how do we implement that strategy. Rather than you just trying to fit a square peg into a round hole and wonder why you're not being successful, it's time to put the square peg down and pick up the round peg and now see if that is what fits into the hole. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about in my Head Start workshop. Anyone that joins True Trading Group here this evening will get access to that workshop totally for free. That's just to make sure that you guys, start your career off on the right foot. But the majority of our members work full-time jobs, Taylor. So you're not alone on this. And let me actually just prove this to you. Let me ask members actually to help you out with this. Members, help out Taylor here real quick. If you're a member of True Trading Group, guys, just do me a favor. If you're a member, if you work a full-time job and you are still making money with True Trading Group, just type the letter I and then tell me what you do for a living. Right? Again, this is for members only. If you are a member and you work a full-time job and you're making money with True Trading Group, type the letter I and then tell me what you do for a living. Let's help out Taylor. Taylor, I'm not sure what you do for a living, Taylor, but I would pay attention to some of the comments that come through chat and see if maybe you see your own profession here. I'll read out just a couple of them. Here you go, a contractor, product manager. I run a private therapy practice. I run a private therapy practice from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I'm still able to have green days thanks to True Trading Group. That's from Broken Motivator. My boy Rhino. I own a defense manufacturing business, works tons of hours. Soccer mom has 37 jobs. Yes, she does. Nurse practitioner, contractor, truck driver, film business, welder, fabricator, geologist, a realtor, auto mechanic, construction, real estate, loan officer, program manager, quality inspector for Lockheed Martin, making money trading with TTG, says Hernan. Hernan, if you tell me you inspect F-35s, you have the coolest job on the planet, my dude. Remodeling contractor, IT, dog walker, house remodeling, restoration contractor, retail seafood department manager, eyelash tech, musician, right? Neurosurgeon, that's crazy. Delivery driver, okay? Cardiac nurse. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, I don't have to keep reading these, but Taylor, maybe you might have even seen, what? Black Mamba says, I test modules in F-35s. Oh, what I would give, if there's anyone out there, anyone that whatever you do for a living, if you could get me into an F-35, I will do anything. And if you haven't done it yet, you better go see Top Gun because it's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. But anyway, Taylor, I hope that helps answer your question. But like I said, as you can see, a lot of members here work full-time jobs and they're still able to become successful with True Trading Group because of all the things I just talked about. So Taylor, I hope that helps. I look forward to you joining the family and you joining the group. I'd like to see right now, actually, who's on the member now that's not a member of True Trading Group. Who's on the live stream, rather. I think it's who's on the member. Who's on the live stream that's not a member of True Trading Group, guys? If you're not a member, type the letters TTG, please. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, just type the letters TTG. I want to see how many people we have here that are not members. No, Hold and Fold goes F-35s are single seats. I don't want to fly it. I just want to go. I want to see one. I want to go inside one. I don't want to fly it. Okay, Taylor Walton. Thanks for that question before. We got Steve Luring. We got Robert Westover. We got Regina, Santosh, ABP, QP, Pineapple Hut, Nick Lucas. First timer, car enthusiast. Welcome to the live stream, man. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We do this 6 nights a week, car enthusiast. Welcome. Mr. Caballo. We got Patrick. Patrick's a trial newbie. Patrick is a trial member of True Trading Group. Guys, we do have a 7-day trial. It's totally free. You can go to ttgthree.com if you guys want to join our 7-day free trial. Weekends don't count, so don't wait till Monday. Weekends don't count against your 7 days. It's 7 full trading days. You can go to ttgthree.com. We also got George, THT Coach. Great, guys. Great. We have a lot of people on here that are not members of True Trading Group. Welcome all of you that are not members. Listen, guys, I really do commend you to be on these live streams right now because, you're here, you're trying to learn how to do this. You're trying to learn what's going on in the market. You're trying to navigate this crazy environment of inflation and the recession. You got some people on YouTube saying the stock market's going to go down 80%. You got other people saying that the bottom is in and you don't know what the hell to do and everything's upside down and in between. You're trying to get educated enough so you can make these decisions on your own. Okay, so I commend you for being on these live streams. What I'm going to do here real quickly is, and I've got some really good news. What I'm going to do here I do have some good news. So what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm going to spend the next 5 to 7 minutes. I'll explain to all of you that typed TTG, because we do have discounts and incentives that for those that want to join the TTG family. And then don't forget, you're going to attend for free my Head Start workshop at the end of the month, where we're going to figure out what trading style and strategy is going to be best for you. But I'm going to tell you guys how you can join. And then we're going to talk about what did the Fed do today that paused the stock market crash. The Fed did something very specific today. It literally reversed the market today. I'm going to explain to you guys what that was. What did the Fed do and why is it relevant? And now what does this mean now for the market going forward? Is the stock market crash just over because of what the Fed did today? Or is it just taking a pause? We're going to talk about that in literally just about 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. All right. That conversation, trust me, is going to be worth the 5-minute wait. But for those of you that are not members, let me explain to you how you can join the TTG family here this evening. You have to realize, first and foremost, Trading Group, you're getting the same level of professional education that I received when I worked at a hedge fund in New York, my first job out of college. Our curriculum is in-depth and complex, yet it is very easy to understand and implement quickly, whether you've never traded a stock a day in your life or you've been doing this for 10 years. People always ask us, well, what makes True Trading Group so different from every other piece of garbage that's out there? Guys, we are not just courses. We're not just a Discord. Okay, we are a platform. Our platform, yes, has courses in it, obviously, but we have negotiated deals with the top fintech companies out there to offer their products on our platform at no additional cost. If you want to become a trader and you want to have the highest chance of success, you're going to need certain things. You can't just put $5,000 in a Robinhood account, go on Reddit, and think you're going to be successful. You're not going to be. There's a lot of other things that you have access to that you could have access to that can give you a lot more information so you can make better decisions. So when you guys join True Trading, you're going to get access to about $5,000 worth of tools that if you went to the companies directly, it's going to cost you $5,000. Like you're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box. This will let you get news as soon as it crosses the wire. And you don't have to even read the news. You can turn on the Squawk feature and just turn on your speakers and listen as someone reads news to you as it comes across the wire. The speed at which you get your news matters. You can't rely on Yahoo Finance. That's like 15 minutes delayed. By the time you get the news, the stock's already made its move. You get TradingView's premium charting software, full book level 2, which shows you all of the market makers. That's all of the orders inside of the market. You're going to get that from Quote Media. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity straight from the CBOE. You get the Trade Ideas scanner to make sure you always focus on the best stocks. You have a simulator, a social sentiment scanner, okay, a trading journal. All of this is included when you join True Trading Group. There's no additional cost for any of these things. It's all included. Of course, our entire 17-course curriculum, there's 17 courses, multiple chapters in each course, multiple lessons in each chapter. On top of the courses, there's a video library that has over 300 hours of additional educational content. These are workshops and webinars that like we've conducted with our members. And of course, you get all of our transparent real-time alerts, day trading, swing trading, stocks, options, crypto futures. We do all of it inside True Trading Group. Okay. And we're with you guys trading the whole day. You see our screen, we're talking on the mic. And even if you're not in front of your computer, don't worry. That's what that mobile app is for. And you get the real-time push notifications whenever we enter and exit trades. And on top of that, you're joining a community of about 9,600 active members that are led by our team of full-time trading mods that have a collective cumulative win rate of just under 80%. We're fully transparent. There's a trading journal on our website where we load all of our trading activity from the day, gets loaded to our trading history journal. That's on our website. Every single transaction, folks, all the wins, all the losses, they're all right there for you to see for yourself and for your own eyes. Results matter at True Trading Group. For all of you that are new, guys, results matter. And when I say results, I'm talking about your actual P&L, yours, not mine, not somebody on social media. Your P&L is what matters. Are you able to make money because of the TG platform? That is all that matters. And the bottom line is that members of True Trading Group are making money and they're becoming better traders, folks. If you don't believe me, just watch this. I'll prove it to you. Members, I'm talking to members directly. If you're a member of True Trading Group, very simple question. Are you making money and becoming better traders because of True Trading Group? If it's yes, type the $sign. Just type the $sign. Again, if you're a member, you make money, you're becoming a better trader, just type the $sign. Now, for all of you that typed TTG before, just pay attention to how many people type the $sign. That's all. These are your peers. These are members of True Trading Group. They all have the same excuses that you had. They have full-time jobs. They have small accounts. They lost money in the market before. They have no experience whatsoever. But yet, here they all are telling you that they're actually making money thanks to the TTG platform. Guys, I see the results that our members have. If they can do it, so can you. Now, I told you guys that I had some good news here this evening. And Ryan, who is our head of logistics, was actually able to secure, it's not great. We obviously, we try to get 25 at a time, 50 at a time. But Ryan was able to get 8 laptops from one of our wholesalers. We bought laptops retail for people last night that wanted to join the TTG family. Which is expensive. It gets expensive. That's not something that we want to continue to do, but we have relationships with different wholesalers all over the world that we're able to get bulk orders in electronics. We were able to get 8 of them today. Ryan was really, so thank you, Ryan, for that one. That had nothing to do with me. So the next 8 people that join TTG here this evening will get the free laptop. There's only 8 of them. Okay, so it'll be the first 8 people that go to ttgoffer.com, and then you can enter the coupon code TTG121 to get a 49% discount on our membership. So the membership is normally $2,212. That coupon code drops it to $1,120. So you can go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121. Guys, the cost of our membership was $1,100 as of yesterday, but we kind of brought that down for people with inflation, all this crazy stuff, but we got to start moving the price of that membership up. So it's actually $1,120 tonight. You could have got it for $1,100 last night, but it is $1,120 now. Okay. So we're not going to be moving that back. So you do have $1,120 now. And you're also going to get 2 private study group sessions with one of our pro traders. You guys can ask questions and speed up your learning curve. You're going to get access to my Head Start workshop totally for free. And last but not least, our double your money back guarantee. Okay. Every single person that joins True Trading Group, we offer you a double your money back guarantee because I put my money where my mouth is. I come on these live streams. I tell you, members tell you, hey, we're making money. Hey, we're actually becoming better traders. This is actually working for me. And I tell you to entrust in True Trading Group's platform and the community that we have created to help you to reach your goals. I need to back that up. And when you join True Trading Group, we're in business together. So here's the deal. You're going to put up $1,120. I'm going to put up $1,120. I'm going to put it up with you. If you do not make the $1,120 back at least one time throughout your membership, you're going to take my $1,120 and you're going to get your $1,120 back. I'm literally going to give you double your money. It's very simple. You have 12 months. That's your membership. It's a year. You have 12 months to go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. If you do those things and still can't make the 1120 back, I will give you $2,240 in return. That is how confident we are in our ability to help you become successful. Nobody is willing to offer you a double your money back guarantee, and just ask yourself why that is. I can do that because I know since 2016, we've only had to refund roughly 2.5% of our entire user base. 2.5% since 2016. And I can also give you this double your money back guarantee because 78% of our members are choosing to renew their membership or upgrade to become a lifetime member. 78% of our members are choosing to do that. Now, if they were all losing money, nobody was making back their membership fee, I'm pretty sure our refund rate would be a hell of a lot higher than 2.5, and our retention rate would be a hell of a lot lower than 78. There's a reason why so many people are choosing to stay at True Trading Group long after their membership is up. That's why I'm able to offer you guys that double your money back guarantee. So it's very simple. Go to ttgoffer.com right now. Enter the code word TTG121. Enter that coupon code. Click apply code. You'll get the 49% discount. Check out. You're good to go. As long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, you're getting one of the 8. I'm sorry, guys. We try to get more. There's only 8. So this is only going to be good for the next 8 people that join True Trading Group. That is ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. All right. If you have questions about the membership, do not hesitate. Send a text message to 786-505-4221. The phone number is right there at the bottom of the screen. All right, 786-505-4221. 786-505-4221. That is how you guys, like, literally, you have any questions, send a text to that phone number. Don't call it. It's a text message only phone number. So you just send a text message to that number. So again, guys, for all the people that were typing TTG, you guys want to join the platform, get access to my Head Start workshop, get a free laptop, get double your money back. You go to ttgoffer.com right now and you enter TTG121 coupon code. And then you guys are good to go. All right. So there you have it. All right. So like I said, just a few moments. I was going to tell you guys how you can join the platform. And now what I'll do here is I will walk you guys through now the main topics of the live stream. Okay. Main topics here at the live stream where we're going to talk about what happened today in the overall markets. All right. That's what we are going to be discussing here this evening. And what did the Fed do that paused the stock market crash? Okay. Because the Fed literally did something very specific today. And if they didn't do it, this market, I think, was in trouble today. So let me explain what happened. Yesterday's CPI number, the highest number in 40 years. Red hot CPI. Way worse than anybody was expecting. The expectation was 8.8. It came in at 9.1. When that happened, that saw the chances of a 100 basis point hike for the July Fed meeting. July 27th is your Fed meeting. You saw in the futures market a massive spike in the probability of 100 basis point hike, which means the Fed is going to raise rates by 1 full percentage point. Okay. Now, the markets did not like that. Okay. The markets do not like that because the more aggressive the Fed is, the more likely you get a recession if we're not in one already. But the more aggressive the Fed is, the more likely there is a policy error. And when the Federal Reserve begins raising interest rates quickly, they tend to overshoot. And when you overshoot, you push the economy into a deeper recession. So The market does not want to hear that the Fed is going to do 100 basis points when they just did 75 basis points the last Fed meeting. And then before that, they even did less. Okay, so the markets don't want to see 100 basis points. But that's what was being predicted after your inflation data came out, and the inflation data was absolutely horrendous and terrible. This also came on the back of a Fed member, Bostic, who is part of the Atlanta Fed. And he said yesterday that everything is on the table when asked about a 100 basis point rate hike. He said, oh, everything is on the table. That yesterday, in conjunction with the highest CPI number that we've gotten in 40 years, sent the probability of a July hike of 100 basis points sky high. Today, markets gap down huge and break a major support level at 373. 373, okay, and I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart just so I can pan this back out further so you guys can all see this. Okay, 373 is a major level of support. Okay, 373 is a major level of support. Major. We broke that level today. Let's zoom back in. All right. We broke that level today. Right. Everybody sees that. We had the big gap down and then bang, we cracked it. Once we cracked it, we bounced back right into now you expect it to become resistance. And what did we do inside of True Trading Group? We bought put options. Okay. So literally right there is where we bought put options on the SPY. All right. Right away, we roll over and the market rolls over. We make brand new lows and we start ripping profits off the table. This is a beautiful trade. Okay. This is where, we started making some money here this morning with this trade. But then, okay, right around here, you get a comment from Fed member Waller. Notice that we were staying underneath the 373 resistance. Okay, notice how we were staying underneath the 373 resistance. In my opinion, if the Fed didn't do what they did today, and I'll tell you what that is in a second, this would have rolled back over and done something like this. Okay, that's what I think we were going to have happen today if it wasn't for what the Fed did. Now, what did the Fed do? Now, Bostic, who spoke yesterday, okay, and said, yeah, and everything's on the table for the 100 basis points, he's not a voting member of the Fed. What he thinks actually doesn't matter because he doesn't get to vote when it comes time to actually increase interest rates. So the Fed very meticulously, very strategically, very methodically, very planned, sent out Fed member Waller. Waller is a voting member of the Fed. His opinion does matter. So he went out there publicly and said, I think we're going to do 75 basis points this month. And he said, quote, I think the market got a little too ahead of itself in anticipating 100 basis points. That was what he said publicly. As soon as he said that, everything changed today. Everything changed. The sentiment changed. We got back over 373. And then 373 started acting as support again. Everybody welcome Michael. Michael, newest member of the TTG family. Michael, welcome, brother. God, I don't know what's going on with all the Michaels and the Mikes wave of TTG members we've had this week. Michael, you are like the 5th or 6th Michael to join True Trading Group this week. I mean, listen, I'm not mad at it. I love the name, right? It's a great name. But Michael, welcome to the TTG family. Guys, there's only 7 laptops left now. These laptops are not going to last. Everybody loves free stuff. Listen, guys, do whatever you want with the laptop. It's free. It's our gift to you. trade with it, use it for work, give it to your kid for school, sell it on eBay. I don't care. Get some of that money back, and then now your membership is even less than $1,000, right? Because it's $11.20, but you're going to get a free laptop. Sell it on eBay for all I care. I don't care. It's free. There's only 7 of them left. There's only 7 of them left now. So Michael, welcome. Guys, remember, go to ttgoffer.com and then enter the coupon code TTG121 to get the 49% discount, the free laptop, the 2 study groups, access to my Head Start workshop, totally free at the end of this month, and of course, the double your money back guarantee. Okay? Double your money back guarantee. Now, listen, I don't think you're going to need the double your money back guarantee. I mean, let's be real. You're joining True Trading Group to make money, not to get double your money back, right? I get that. But that double your money back guarantee is there to protect you and to hold us accountable. And I have no problem offering it to anyone that joins True Trading Group. It's that simple. Okay? So there you guys have it. Welcome, Michael. Okay, so once Waller said that, everything changed. Would you like to know when Waller said that? Right there. Right there. That moment right there is when Waller said, I think we do 75 basis points. All right. I think we do 75 basis points here. Just look at what the market looked like prior to that. You tell me if that looks like a bullish chart setup to you. It doesn't. And then Waller comes out, says what he has to say, and everything changes. Everything changes at that point. Okay. So what I did was once he said that, I told everybody in chat, I go, guys, that changes things. Luis Diaz says there is no laptop info on the checkout page. Maybe I'm just missing it. Luis Diaz, it's on the checkout page, brother. You'll see it in your cart. Hey, Joe, maybe, can you pull up the screen real quick? Maybe we can just show Luis Diaz where it is on the checkout page. Luis, okay, so this is the checkout page right there. See on the right-hand side, that little icon? It's got the laptop. There it is. We just highlighted it for you, Luis Diaz. Okay, right there on the right-hand side. It's going to either be an Asus, Acer, HP, Dell, or Lenovo. Those are the brands that we have the relationships with for our wholesaler. So it'll be one of those brands, Lewis. All right. So guys, when you go to teachtheoffer.com, as long as you see a laptop right there in the checkout cart, literally see it right there. As long as you see it there, you're getting one. Once the 7 are spoken for, so when 7 more people join, the laptop will just come off of the checkout page. Okay. It'll just come off the checkout page once we sell out of the next 7. All right, Lewis, I hope that helps. Lewis, also, if you have any questions about the membership or if anybody else has questions about the membership, you can all send a text message to 786-505-4221. Again, that is 786-505-4221. The phone number's at the bottom of your screen. Lewis and anybody else, if you guys have questions, just send a text to that number and we'll be more than happy to help answer any questions that you guys have. All right. So right there, when that comment was made, guys, that changes the whole mood on the day. So the markets liked the fact that a voting member of the Fed was like, no. We're doing 75 basis points. I don't think that, or specifically rather said that the market got too far ahead of itself anticipating 100 basis points. Those are the exact words from Waller. He's a voting Fed member. Now, me personally, I don't think you're going to get 100 basis points. I think you're going to get 75. I think you're going to get 75 basis points. Yes, I know the inflation numbers that you saw for the month of June that we just got yesterday and today were the worst numbers that you have ever seen. Okay? Worst numbers that you guys have ever seen. Okay? But I think they will be the worst numbers that you ever do see. Because I think that commodity prices have come down enough now in June that price decrease should reflect now in the July inflation numbers. Yes, rent is still out of control. Rent is the problem. If it wasn't for rent, inflation would have not been as high as it was in June. Rent is the problem, but you're going to get a lot of deflationary action now by commodity prices moving to the downside. Okay. Okay. Gray, Forest, and CY say you can only, wait, I just lost the question. You can only claim the laptop after completing the TGG courses with a question mark. Okay. Yes, CY and Gray. So here's how it works. When you join True Trading Group, when you complete our courses, we send you the free laptop, totally free. We even cover the shipping costs anywhere in the world. But the courses are not, this is not like a catch. Okay. You get the answer key for all of our courses and quizzes. You get the answer key. Don't cheat, because you want to know what you know and what you don't know. The reason why we do this very specifically, Gray, Forest, Maori, and CY, is because there is a glaring difference. I want you to be successful. From the bottom of my heart, I want you to reach financial goals that you never thought were possible. I want you to make better decisions for you and your family. That is my goal. I have seen firsthand with our members that there is a glaring difference in success rates of people that complete our courses and people that don't. It's night and day. So what I'm saying to you here is this. When you join True Trading Group, go through the courses. I'm going to incentivize you with a free brand new laptop. Get educated, because that will drastically increase your chances of success. Guys, I'm using members. I see what our members do. There's not a single member on this live stream that would tell you to not go through the courses. Not a single member on here. Guys, members of True Trading Group, should Gray, Forest, Maui, and CY, what do you think? Are the courses going to help them become successful? What do you guys think? As members that have literally done it already, you answer those questions for them. I don't like answering questions like that, because what am I going to say? Of course I'm going to say, oh yeah, the courses are going to help. What am I going to come on here and say, hey guys, while I'm telling you about our membership, the courses aren't going to help? Of course I'm not going to say that. So what does it mean really coming from me? Let members answer the question for you. You know, Doc Gurney says, I'm only about halfway through the courses and I've already had 2 green weeks. Mark Semenek says they're so good, go through them twice. The courses are worth it. There's so much information, says Ty. Trub says, don't be a slacker like me and try trading before you do the TGG courses. Like, this is everything that, just read these comments. TGG's education is the golden road. Look at this. Right? So CY, Gray, okay? Rip City Trader says the courses have made me a completely different trader for the better. Like, just read some of these comments. All right. So there you go. So CY, right? If you guys, hopefully that helps answer your questions. All right. Yes. Moto Mojo says, don't fly a plane without a pilot's license. Lou Cal says, my God, I thought I knew analysis and I joined here 3 weeks ago, and doing the courses has turned me from losing 13 grand. And in the last 2 days, I've made back already $700. Lou Cal, that's great, man. I mean, I'm sorry that you lost 13 grand before joining us, but I'm happy to see that just 2 days in and you're already up $700. Rad No Man says, interesting. I've been looking at joining something and learning the market in depth. Rad Nomad, when you join True Trading Group, you're getting a simplified version of what I learned when I worked at a hedge fund in New York, brother. That's what you're going to learn. When I worked at the fund for the first 3 months of my employment, I sat in front of it like in a classroom style setting. You know? So, yep, anytime. CY says, thanks, Mike. I understand your good intentions. Anytime, man. Whatever helps, guys. I know the courses help. That's why I'm incentivizing you to go through them. Because I know they make a difference in your success. You want to have the greatest chance of success? Go through the courses. That's why we incentivize you guys with a free laptop. Why do you think 78% of our members renew their membership? Why do you think so many of our members are successful? Okay. It's because they're going through the courses. All right. J.E. Blanco says the courses will change your life. Luke Howell says, rad, if you want to learn, join TTG. All right. I love it. All right. There you guys go. And guys, don't forget, you have double your money back. It's a double your money back guarantee. If you don't make the 1120 back, I'm going to give you 2240. So that's how you guys could. How long it takes to complete the courses. Frank Kensey, it really depends on how much time you put towards it. It really depends on how much time you put towards it. Some members do it in a couple weeks. Some members do it in a couple months. It just depends on how much time you put towards it. The courses are available 24/7, 365. It goes at your own pace for Kensey. So you can go anytime you want. It just depends on how busy you are. I've literally seen members complete them in a week. I've seen other members do it in 3 months. Like, it just depends on how much time you actually put towards here. Oh my God, Push-Up said, it took me about 2 weeks. Right? So they said here, that's one member said, it took me about 2 weeks. So it really just depends on how much time you put towards it for Kenzie. All right. So that's it. Let me get back. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get back to the SPY. So like I said, that changed everything today. Okay. That changed everything. All right. So I exited the trade at that point. We walked away with a small profit on it. It wasn't the home run trade that I was expecting. But green is green. And then we had the Sega trade where I shorted at 13.50, covered some down at 13, but still in that trade. So that's where I was, that's where I kind of made my money today. Not a big green day, nothing to brag about, nothing to call my mom and tell her how great of a day I had. But nonetheless, green is green. And we're going to look to finish out the week strong tomorrow and close out the week on Friday. All right. So there you guys have it. That's why the market's reversed today. Now, let me just kind of give you my input because I think that the Fed literally paused the stock market crash, but I don't think we're out of the woods. I literally just think that the Fed paused the move lower that I think we still have in us. Okay. I think we're going to have one more move to the downside. And I just think we were going to get that today into tomorrow if Waller never made that comment. But we still have more data coming out. You have like retail sales data that is still going to be coming out that could give the Fed some indication and some sign. Nice. After joining, I learned to be happy with a couple $100 a day. Way to go, Kevin Pionic. A couple $100, not bad. A couple $100 a day keeps the job away. That's for sure. All right. So I still think earnings are going to be really bad for companies. The earnings themselves may not be bad, but the guidance is what I'm concerned about. I think too many companies are going to revise their guidance to the downside. And then that's going to cause earnings estimates to be revised lower. And that's going to move stock prices lower. So I still think that you're going to get a move lower. I just think the Fed hit pause today. So we got to see what happens here. 373, it's still the level that I'm looking at because after Waller's comments, when we got back over 373 was tested. It became support and then we rallied. Okay. And then we rallied. So if I take you back to 373, I mean, look at this is as clear can be, guys. Right here it is. Here's your 373. Okay. Here's 373. All right. So you can see we broke underneath it, right? Became resistance. Then Waller's comment, we got above it. It became support. We got above it. It became support. And then we rallied. This right here confirms the significance of 373. So 373, which was support all the way back here. Okay. Up, guys, we got to welcome Rick. Rick is the newest member of the TG family. There are now 6 of those laptops left. 6 laptops left. Everybody welcome Rick. Rick, welcome to the TTG family, Rick. Newest member of the TTG fam. Everybody welcome Rick. All right, 6 laptops left. Guys, remember, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. That'll get you the 49% discount. It's $11.20 tonight. You could have got it for $1,100 last night. Don't let that price keep going up on you. Grab it now while it's still $11.20. Get your free laptop. Get your 2 private study group sessions with a pro trader so you can ask questions and get some individual attention. Join me for my Head Start workshop. Make sure you guys are using the right trading strategy that's best for you. And then, of course, the double your money back guarantee to protect you and to protect your investment in the TTG platform. If you don't make the $11.20 back, after going through our courses, quizzes, and a study group, I will give you $2,240. That's how confident we are in our ability to help you guys become successful. All right? ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. But I'm looking at this 373 level now, guys. This 373 level now is meaningful again. And the market's moving significantly higher after hours. Look at this. We ripped in the after hours session. We ripped. I mean, now the equity market's closed, or futures are trading. I don't have my futures up right now, but I'm sure the futures are probably hanging in there, maybe even pushing higher. So 373 is now your level again. Okay. 373 is still significant. Keep that line on your screen. If that level breaks, then the markets are, I think, in trouble. Luis Diaz says, Mike, can you talk about the TTG trading software? Luis Diaz, we're not a broker. We're not a broker, Lewis. You use whatever brokerage account whatever platform you use. Okay, so if you use E-Trade or Thinkorswim or Charles Schwab or Interactive Brokers or Robinhood or Webull, whatever, we're not a trading platform. We're an educational platform. So you get your all the courses, all the tools, and everything. I'll show you in just a second, actually, Lewis. Because that kind of completes the educational part of the live stream with the breakdown of why the markets moved higher today. I want to make sure that you guys understand what the Fed did. And the Fed does this. They've been doing this for a year. The Fed literally walks out one of their members to give public statements so that the market is never surprised by what the Fed is doing. The market was surprised by the CPI numbers, and that made everybody think now the Fed's going to do 100 basis points, and that caught the market off guard. And that's why you had this big gap down today, as everybody was thinking we're going to get 100 basis points on July 27th when the Fed has their meeting. So what did the Fed do? They were like, hey, Waller, get out there, make a statement. Waller goes out there, makes a statement, and changes everything. The entire market reversed when Waller made that comment. So, pay attention when the Fed does that. When these members, when you hear about these Fed members make these public statements, make sure they're a voting member. The voting member statements is the one that matters. Nice, way to go, Wilson Titan. Wilson says, thanks, Mike. I made my first trade today and I made $320. Yes. Yes, way to go, Wilson. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So that's why the market's moved higher. So from now on, whenever you hear in the news, okay, or if you're listening to our Benzinga news feed, that'll tell you, okay, that'll tell you guys that you have to pay attention when a voting member speaks, because when a voting member speaks, it's done intentionally. It's done on purpose. It's done with very specific reasons so that the market is never surprised at action that the Fed takes. The Fed has screwed up a lot of things. But one thing that they have done a very good job at is communicating their path, telling the market and telling investors what they are going to do before they actually do it. Just like we do in chat. I come on the mic and I tell everybody what I'm going to do before I actually do it. I'd say, hey guys, I'm going to buy the stock here. I'm going to sell it here before I even get into the trade. So everybody knows what I'm doing before I actually do it. The Fed has been doing a very good job doing that. Very good job doing that. So pay attention because the markets move when these people speak. All right. So, can this bounce take us higher? It sure can. It depends on, we got earnings tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to get very much higher than here. Like this area right here, I think this area right here is just going to continue to be resistance. So even if this bounce that you experienced today, even if it takes you a little bit higher, you have a whole onslaught of earnings next week from major companies. And if those companies start reducing their guidance and earnings estimates get lowered, you look for us to just kind of take this back next week. You look for us to just take it right back. So I am going to look for resistance up there in like the high 380s. So this region right here is where I will look for there to be resistance if this bounce does take us back into that region. But I still think the markets do trade lower. I still don't think that we're out of the woods yet. I think earnings are going to take this market to the downside. All right. So that's it, guys. That concludes the educational part of our live stream. I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you got a better feel for what's going on. Luis Diaz, you asked about our platform. A couple other people are asking about the platform. I'm going to show you the TC platform now, all the things you get included with it. If you are not interested in a membership at all, you can sign off the live stream now, not before you smash the like button and turn on your notifications, subscribe to the channel, because I'm done with the educational stuff. Now I'm going to actually show you the platform. So if you're interested in joining, pay attention. I'm going to walk you through it because everything that you get access. Oh, I got to give you guys the code word for this evening. I almost forgot. This is for TG members only. Sean, thank you for reminding me. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. The code word for tonight. This is for members only. If you're not a member, don't worry about this. This is for members only. Okay. This is for members only. We do a bunch of fun giveaways with members. We give away cash, electronics. This is part of one of those giveaways. This is part of a $5,000 giveaway. The code word for tonight, folks, is Waller. Waller. Okay. Waller is the code word for tonight. Waller. All right. That is the code word for tonight. All right. Waller. That's the code word for tonight. All right. So like I said, that's just for TGG members. All right. Now, if you're not a member, you have to realize that when you join True Trading Group, you're getting access to everything that we have. It's an all-inclusive membership. There's no upsells for courses and tools. It's all included when you join our annual membership. Okay. So of course you're going to get our chat room, where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out our trades. We're with you from 7:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Eastern every single day. You got the mobile app. You can listen to the audio analysis. As long as you can listen to music at work, you can listen to our chat room during the day. You get real-time push notifications whenever we enter or exit a trade. That's how so many of our members are able to work full-time jobs while still being successful with True Trading Group because of that mobile app. Okay, so that's our chat room. You're also going to get, and you can also filter our chat room based on your interests. So you can actually filter in our chat room for like, if you only want to see messages from people that are trading large caps, you can filter that. If you only want to see messages from people that are trading small caps, you can filter our chat room to like clean up any noise and make sure that you're focused. It's a proprietary software, guys. It's not like a stupid Discord. Okay. You're also going to get the 2 private study group sessions. This is where you can actually talk and get some individual attention from one of our pro traders so that you can ask questions and speed up your learning curve. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat. This would cost you $1,400 a year if you went to Benzinga on your own. It's free with your membership to TTG. TradingView's premium charting software. This will cost you a few $100 a year if you go to TradingView directly. It's free with your membership. Guys, we spent years building relationships with these companies so we can offer their product on our platform. Even if you don't take a single trade from any one of our mods, the value that you get in the tools and the platform is around $5,000 on its own. You're also going to get the trade ideas scanner to make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. This will cost you a few $100. It streams on our platform live for free. ETNA's simulator will cost you just under $1,000 a year. If you go to ETNA directly, it's free with your membership. This is how you guys can trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data, so you guys can practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. Our own proprietary scanner will let you even create your own custom scans and also let you scan for crypto. Dark pool data and unusual options activity. Stuff that used to only be available to professional traders, you now have access to help you make better decisions. A full trading journal that tracks your trading and gives you statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment screener that scours through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tells you what ticker symbols are being mentioned most on those platforms. Unlimited analyst ratings, insider buying, and short interest. You can actually see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on any stock that you're interested in. A watch list. Every morning, the mods and I publish a watch list, the stocks we're looking at and how we plan on trading them. And then, of course, our courses. Our courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. It's all in text and video, whatever's easier for you to learn. And on top of the courses, first of all, there are no upsells for courses. There's no VIP or pro courses that will cost you more money when you join. You get every single course for the $11.20. There's also a video library that is over 300 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we have conducted live with members, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. And then when you guys become full-time members, you can attend these things live. It's time you invest in something real, folks, something that can help you actually reach your goals. Now, listen, I can't guarantee you that you're going to be successful. I can't. Sorry. But what I can guarantee you is a real chance at developing the skills needed and having access to the information needed for you to become successful traders. And if you do not make your $11.20 back at least once during your membership, after going through our courses, quizzes, and the study group, I'm going to give you double your money back. I'm going to give you $2,240. That's a 100% return on your investment. That's the deal. I put my money where my mouth is. Your results matter at your trading group. Your P&L matters at your trading group. And that's why we protect you with that double your money back guarantee. But again, chances are you're not going to need it, considering we've only had to refund 2.5% of our members, and we have a 78% retention rate. The ball's in your court now, folks. There's 6 of those laptops left. You can go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, and that's how you get the 49% discount before that price goes up any further. It was $1,100 yesterday. It's $1,120 today. Get that free laptop, got the study groups, join me for my workshop at the end of the month, and you got that double your money back guarantee. If you have questions about the membership, send a text message to 786-505-4221. Okay, that number's at the bottom of your screen. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you are getting one. Otherwise, if you want to try us out for a full free 7 trading days, you can. No credit card required. Name and email is all you need. Go to ttgthree.com, ttgthree.com. That is ttg3.com. And that is how you guys can get a full 7 trading days with the TTG family. Weekends do not count, so don't worry about joining today. You'll get 7 full trading days with us. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, smash that like button. I will see you all in chat 2.